stick. Stick to the plan. Hey guys, welcome to Off-Road TV and welcome to Australia. So, we have been challenged by you guys to cross the Simpson Desert in something that isn't a four-wheel drive. So,
Where is the Simpson
the
Desert?
Simpson Desert is here. It's this big area here. So it's actually in South Australia, it's in Queensland, and it's in the Northern Territory, just to give you an idea of how big it is. So
It's the largest parallel sand dune desert in the world.
it is the largest parallel sand dune desert in the world. That rolls off the tongue well. So, we're here in Perth.
The Simpson is
Simpson is here.
so
So there's Finky,
Pinky, all on that.
and there's Ulandado.
So we're gonna take the Madigan line
Down the Hay River.
to Birdsville.
Look at that. I mean, that's
That is the Simpson Desert.
barely worth a drive, isn't it? So we figured, let's go on a bigger drive. So we're gonna go from Perth to Kalgoorlie. I hate that word.
Calgary
Kalgoorlie.
to
Leonora
Leonora.
to Laverton.
Now this is where the road stops. There's no more road after that.
That is about 1,000 kilometers to Laverton.
Yes. Well, no paved road.
Yeah. Now, from Laverton, we're going to take the Great Central Road, and we're going to go all the way up to Uluru. It's here.
Oh,
Big red rock. We'll get some cool pictures there. And then from there, we're going to drive across to Mount Dare, which is here. There you go. So that's the first sort of half of our journey.
yeah. Now, when we get to Birdsville, hopefully, one day. So, to put in perspective, this is about a week and a half to get to Birdsville. And then from Birdsville, we're gonna trek down to Murray, to Cooper Pedy, which is where there's a lot of open mining.
There is.
And then from Cooper Pedy, we're going to take the Anne-Bardell Highway back to Laverton, which is 1,300 kilometers of corrugations and
Stuff.
stuff.
But I've heard it's lovely. Now, if we set fire to this, right, and Anton was here, he'd think that was some kind of like weird face. Like if you drew an eye there and like a mouth, then you'd have a face. And then he's got some kind of weird body going on. So it's like a man slug.
Yeah, I can see it. That'll be like an
Put an eye there,
like an eye,
and then some like a mouth there.
and then
Yeah, there you go. And give him an eyeball. And then like maybe some spikes in his hair. Yeah, see? The Simpson Desert man slug map.
so basically, the trip will have three parts. One is getting from Laverton across the back of the slug to Uluru to its head.
And then we're going to drive around his head all the way around to Cooper Pedy.
And then tickle the underbelly all the way back to Laverton.
And then drive along his sliver
Yeah.
to Perth.
If this goes well, that's 8,000 kilometers of torture.
If it goes badly, it'll be one.
Oh, what's IKM? 1 kilometer.
Oh, you want me to? Yeah, there you go. Look. So that's like worst case scenario, best case.
Yes. So that's our challenge. What are we doing it in?
We are doing it in a 1961 Volkswagen beach buggy, which started life in 1961 as a Beetle. It was then converted to a beach buggy by Myers Manx in 1964.
Yeah, so this is actually one of the original Bruce Myers' Manx buddies.
So they call them pre-tags. So
Yep.
before Bruce got round to the idea that his car would be popular, and he put sort of badges, no, what do they call them? Tags on them.
Yeah. That's why it's called pre-tag.
Pre-tag, yeah. So this one doesn't have a tag, and we are told it is one of the first 1,000 pre-tags. So really, really early on, and it's awesome to get it certified by Myers Manx and Winnie. If you're watching, thank you for certifying Bruce.
Thank you. Just to put in perspective, I think there was about 1,000 of them, like Darren said, pre-tag. There's about 6,000 of them made originally by Bruce and Myers Manx, and those are the original ones. And then there's about 500,000 copies in the world.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And there's only going to be less of the original one. So we'll take you through its paces, but we'll definitely take good care of it.
So you guys have named him Bruce. So Bruce is coming. We are taking the Y62. And we're taking my trailer. The FJ gets to sit this one out, which I'm actually pretty happy about.
Don't blame you. And yes, so the buggy will drive this whole thing. We will take turns. So every day, one will drive the Y62, one will drive the buggy. I'm not sure which one people think is more comfortable, but it's definitely the buggy.
Well, looking at the seats of the buggy, you sort of think that's going to be incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah. So, next episode, tune in, have a look, how we found the buggy. Well, a couple of episodes how we built it and get it ready for the trip, and then follow the trip. We'll have video every week for every day of the trip, following all the way, hopefully, to the end.
Hopefully, right? Because if it's that, it's going to be like a very short series. But if it's that, it's going to be epic.
So we either have 3 videos of how we built the buggy and then never did anything with it, or we'll have like 20 videos of how we spent 3 weeks crossing the red centre of Australia in a 1961 beach buggy.
All right, guys, stay tuned and follow the adventure. Cheers.
Yep.